Welcome to Twisted Gaming.
Ultimate Combo.
Welcome back everyone at Twisted Gaming TV. Glad you're here. Up with another video. Probably my last on this subject. But talking about the Marvel VS Capcom collection again. Mainly Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And of course there's extras with the game. But that's the main game that everybody wants to play. Okay? Very famous games, been around forever, over 20 something years. Okay? I've owned it on many systems. But now you have many options. So it's coming out on the Switch. Well, it's out on the Switch, but physicals are coming on the PS4, and it's going to be on the Xbox systems. But let's go back a little in the past, okay? Now, since this is coming out, you can play it anywhere from different price ranges, from free to thousands of dollars. Okay, so on the PlayStation 2, if you want to play it on the PlayStation 2, you can get a copy on eBay, roughly about $150 to $200, depending on the physical condition. Now, since this is released on the Switch and the PlayStation 4, those prices have caused the PlayStation 2 version going down just a little bit. You know, so now it's to buy those. This is the time to buy the PlayStation 2 versions if you want it, because it's kind of lowered it a little bit. And then you got your Dreamcast, which is probably the truest to the arcade version there is. I know the PlayStation 2 version had some slowdown, had some issues or whatever, but it's whatever you prefer. So for the Dreamcast and the PlayStation 2, you can get them for $150, $200 depending on the condition. Okay, and then you have the Nintendo Switch, the PS4, right now for $50. Okay, that's cheaper version. Then you can also, if you want to pay a little bit more money and get a better experience, then you can get an arcade 1-up. Okay, 3/4 skill, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Those will go for about $500. Okay, and then if you want to go higher than that, then you can find you an original Marvel vs. Capcom 2 arcade. And those go between, you know, $1,500 and up, depending on condition. And if you can find one, they're very hard to find. So you can go that route. Or if you even want to play the game for free, there's always Fightcade. Okay, people always talk about Fightcade. You know, you can play all the fighters on Fightcade. And that's free to play. So people can't say, oh my gosh, this game has been just, you know, lost forever and we can't play. You could always play it. It just depends if you want to play it, you know, on different things. If you want to play it on the PC, you can play it on Fightcade. Now, what's good about the Switch and the PS4 versions, of course, is it has online play, like, you know, the Fightcade, but everybody don't want to play on Fightcade where you're like looking at a goofy window on your computer screen, and I mean, I tried Fightcade once. No, not for me. You know, it's not really a good experience on there. So the PS4, the Switch, and the Xbox, those are nice because they're updated. Now, I've heard of censorship that's in those, but you know, whatever. You play the game, you play the game. For nostalgia reasons, you know, you can play the PS2 or the Dreamcast versions. So there's many options, from free all the way up to thousands of dollars. So you got your options. I think that it's awesome though. They brought it out for the Switch and the PS4. Now what's cool about those is the physical versions. You're gonna get a little comic book, okay? And if you're a true fan of Marvel and stuff, you will buy that day one just for the comic book. Now a lot of people have told me that they're gonna buy the digital, and they're gonna buy the digital to play, and then when they get the physical, they're just gonna keep it sealed and put it on a pretty shelf. Isn't that neat? So, anyways, just wanted to talk a little bit more about the game, but the Marvel vs. Capcom 2, it's the main game in the series. Now, if you get the Marvel vs. Capcom 2, the original arcade, yeah, it's just one game, and there's that, and it's not online play, but more nostalgia or whatever, because I have one or whatever. Now, if you get the arcade 1-up version, it has Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Street Fighter versus SNK or whatever, you know, and so there's multiple games on that cabinet. So I had a guy say, well, if you're a true fan, you know, you can buy the digital and physical, and you're going to buy it on the consoles. Okay, well, do you got the arcade 1-up version? Because if you don't have the arcade 1-up version, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, you're not a true fan, are you? Get out of here with that. But anyways, let me know what you think. On your past systems, do you have Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on any of your past systems or not? Now, like I said, though, the good thing they're bringing it out again, I figured they were going to bring it out after they released it on arcade 1-up, the 3/4 scale arcade machines. I figured, how are they going to release it on there and not release it on consoles? Because that's a big money grab if you release it on modern consoles. And then a year and a half later, boom, it's here now. So it's very exciting. It's something to celebrate that the game's been gone for a while, and it's finally coming back to modern console. So everybody's happy. I hope you enjoy the new release. It's great. So now I wish we could, you know, get some old school Mortal Kombats, original Mortal Kombats on the modern systems. But, you know, Warner Brothers is a little bit more goofier. So I don't think we'll see that happen. But anyways, we got to be happy. Whether they change some stuff in the games or whatever, it does suck that the European versions is gonna just be a code or whatever. You don't really call it physical, but I've heard from many people a lot of their games are like that. I guess Capcom doesn't like Europe. Who knows? But anyways, fight on, and till next video, peaces.
Keep us going, stay